Hi everyone and welcome to Flying Fox English. Today we're going to learn 10 phrasal verbs that we can use to describe our relationships with other people. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about my channel if it's your first time here. I help people pass the B2, C1 and C2 exams in English. So that's from upper intermediate to advanced level English. So guys, if you are someone who wants to advance their career through English or simply improve your language skills, then this is the channel for you. So subscribe, like and share. Okay, so let's get started on our 10 phrasal verbs to describe our relationships with other people. Okay, so our first phrasal verb is to rely or depend on someone. Now, if you rely or depend on someone, it means you are able to trust someone to do something. Okay, so let's see an example. I know I can rely on Jessica when I've got a problem because she always gives good advice. Now, don't forget, we can also use depend on with the same meaning. So I'll repeat the example with depend on. I know I can depend on Jessica when I've got a problem because she always gives good advice. Okay, everyone, so our next phrasal verb is to get on well with someone. So if you get on well with someone, you have a friendly relationship with someone. So you have a good relationship. And I'll give you an example of this. I get on well with my neighbor. So this means that I have a friendly relationship with my neighbor and we usually agree on things. Okay, the next phrasal verb to do with relationships is to fall out with someone. Now, if you fall out with someone, it means that you have an argument with someone. Okay, so let's see an example. I fell out with my colleague because we disagreed on almost everything. Okay, so our next phrasal verb to do with relationships is to hit it off. So when two people hit it off, it means they immediately like each other and become friendly. Okay, so here's an example. From the moment that Dave and Sally met at a party, they really hit it off. So, in other words, they really liked each other immediately. Okay, so our next phrasal verb is to take after someone. So if you take after someone, you are similar to a parent or another family member, like perhaps a grandparent or a sibling. And it's usually to do with personality or even skills. So an example of this is Max really takes after his father. They are both very artistic. Okay, so here's our next phrasal verb, is to look up to someone. So if you look up to someone, you admire or respect them. and we're usually talking about an older person. So I really look up to my grandmother. She's had a big influence on my life in a positive way. Okay, so our next phrasal verb kind of has the opposite meaning to our last phrasal verb, look up to someone. And that is to look down on someone. So if you look down on someone, you think that you are better than someone, okay? So let's see an example. She looks down on people who haven't been to university. So in other words, she thinks that she is better than people who haven't been to university. Okay. So our next phrasal verb still has a negative connotation, and that is to put someone down. So if you put someone down, you speak badly about them or even insult them. Okay, so let's see an example. Susan's boss is always putting her down in front of her colleagues. So that means her boss is always criticizing her and making her feel stupid in front of her colleagues. Now, a positive phrasal verb to do with family relationships is to make up with someone. So you usually make up with someone after you've had an argument, and then you forgive each other, and so you're friends again. Okay, so let's see an example. Shortly after their argument, Sam and Jack made up. So, in other words, Sam and Jack forgave each other and became friends again. Okay, so we've made it to the last phrasal verb that we use to describe relationships with other people. Okay, so the last one now is to settle down. Okay, so if you settle down, it usually means that you decide to get married and lead a quieter life. Maybe even buy a house or stay in a place permanently. And maybe you might even decide to start a family. So here's an example. Most parents want their children to settle down by the time they're 30 years old. Okay, so we made it to the end. So thanks guys for watching. And remember, if you found this video useful, subscribe, like, and share. So then I'm able to create more content and more lessons for you guys. Okay, see you next time.